You're kidding me. You're kidding. I don't even know why I'm even doing a preview of this, but people have said that, well, there is a chance, a crazy chance that Liverpool could not advance, because again, if Napoli win their game and Salzburg win this game, boom. But then maybe there is method to this madness of so forth, because if we look at the game at Anfield, it was 4-3, and Salzburg almost pretty much turned it around when I believe they were like 3-0 down. So, isn't this the team that hypebeast plays for, like the new? Isn't like if it's like the new Maradona, like the Scandinavian Maradona or the Scandinavian Messi? Yeah, sure. Liverpool are favourites here. Even if they're playing away from home, I still think that they're in a very, very strong position to go through. And let's just keep it real. Sorry. Thank you. Let's just keep it real. Liverpool, I don't see them losing this game. I don't see them even drawing this game. But the threat is there, because look, for Red Bull Salzburg, they know that they have a chance. And they're not with the fact that they're at the... See, if this was at Anfield, like, boom, it'll be over. The only reason why there is a hint of a possibility is Salzburg are playing at the crib. So Salzburg playing at the crib, they'll believe that them having home at advantage, even if they're playing a very tough side in Liverpool, they'll say, wait a minute, they only beat us 4-3 at their fortress. They only beat us 4-3 at their fortress. If we do what we do, and we can supply Haaland and everything, and we can just play this game to the best of our abilities, there is a chance that we can beat these guys. There is a chance that we can beat this guys. And I think if you look at the games of all three, if you just look at the games of Napoli, Liverpool, Salzburg, they've all been pretty much close. So Salzburg will say, we have a chance. We have a chance. We cannot just believe that we have a chance. So before we really go into details with regards to the players, let's look at how I believe Liverpool should set up tactically to try to get the results in this game. All right, so let's look at how Liverpool should be setting. So we all know how this always picks itself. The defense always picks itself. On the verge. Now, this is dependent. I believe that is Matip still injured? If Matip isn't injured, then of course this will be where Matip goes. But if Matip is still unavailable, I suppose you rose with a Lovren, who has been decent. I think Gomez has been a bit up and down, but I think Lovren has actually been decent so far. So hopefully, no mistakes made by him. So as well, you always know that, in this kind of game, obviously, away at the crib, Robertson and Trent won't be given the amount of freedom that they have at Anfield, but they're still going to be important in those instances where they see the overload of Salzburg. So once the overload happens, then I think that's where Robertson and Trent have to take advantage of that, play that risk, and offer that outlet for Liverpool to try to counter the overload. So I'm looking at this midfield here, and you know what? Give it to him. Played really well in the last game, an assist and a G. Let Keita start this game. So I think Keita should start this game. So obviously, if you're looking at this, I think Henderson will pretty much play the Fabinho role. Ronaldo will probably play the CM role with Keita, because Keita being the midfielder that is allowed to roam. But I just do think that, they have to be very disciplined. And I think Keita has to know that he has to put in the amounts of legwork and graft that Ronaldo and Henderson do when they don't have the ball. With the ball, you already know what happens, but without the ball, it is very important that they are very dogged and they do the running that Klopp demands of his team to make it as difficult as possible for Salzburg to create any chances or transition from midfield to attack when they have the ball. So as we're looking at the attack, it is what it is. You rose with your boy El Dio, Firmino, Salah. But there's always the option to bring on Origi. There's always the option to bring on Origi. And Klopp mustn't be afraid to employ Origi as early as possible. Don't be afraid. Don't be fearful. And I just think, if Keita is in this position here, it is very important that he makes the right pass. Whether it's a short pass to Firmino, or if he drives forward with the ball, looking for that diagonal run of either El Dio or Salah into the box, or just give it to them to feet. But I think what you really want from Keita is that critical ball. So let's say, even if it's Salah in here, which is what he did so well, and Salah is cutting in between the defenders, Keita must be confident to keep hold of the ball, and unleash when he can. Because what you're always going to get in this situation is the counter-attack. So Liverpool will have to defend deep a little bit, and then they'll counter. And the guy leading the counter will be Keita. Of course, Henderson always has the ability and the option of being a deep line playmaker and playing a ball from deep. That is where what Klopp wants is, if you see an overload, rather than just have play the short pass, LDO, make that run in there. Make that run in there, or for Salah, make that run in there. So if you time that diagonal run, Henderson can do that ball over the top to try and beat that defense. But really, what you're normally seeing is Keita leading that counter. And if he's leading that counter, it is very important that he keeps hold of the ball. He takes his time and he measures the pass. But as well, look, if this doesn't work, Liverpool know that they have the great, amazing option of bringing in Origi. I think Origi just brings a whole new, different kind of dynamism and a much more direct attacking threat. Because we know what's well with Aldio and Salah, but Salzburg already doing their homework on trying to nullify this three, knowing that if they can shut out Firmino and closing the space, they can make Liverpool look really static. But once that happens, you have to employ your boy the Rig. Got to bring in the Rig, because with the Rig, you have a better attacking threat, and with the Rig, you can fully unleash a Robertson or a Trent to pull balls into the box, where the Rig is far more dangerous into this 18-yard area than Firmino is. So let's look at key players right now. So let's just look at your boys, Liverpool, man. I think so. A key man here, 100%. You have to start first with El Dio. Exceptional, a chief ogre, Liverpool's best player, and Liverpool's real true talisman. And I do feel that the beauty about El Dio is that home, away, this place, that place, whatsoever, heaven or hell, he's always going to rise. So I think, whenever you're playing away from home, you expect to be the team doing the counter-attacking. And there's no better player on the counter-attack than El Dio. So I think if they can get El Dio the ball in dangerous areas, so they want to use it in Navigator, or if Henderson is saying that if you get him the ball in a dangerous area and Liverpool are smart in the distribution of the ball in the counter-attack, I think El Dio can say, what's up? El Dio can be truly 100% dangerous for this guy. So if El Dio shows up, if he rises, we know that we can, I think it's going to be lights out for Salzburg, because I don't think Salzburg will have an answer to an El Dio on form. You've got to look at the Verge. You've got to look at the Verge. This being such a high-profile game, a tough game, away at the crib, the defense is even much more important, because Liverpool have to expect that they will be bombarded by Salzburg's attack upon attack upon attack. So it's not only the Verge's defensive work individually on his own, but how he organizes the other three. Because how he organizes the other three, whether it's Lovren in there, Gomez in there, Robertson or Trent, it is going to be very, very key and very, very important that he is able to marshal the defense so that they know when to do the offside trap, they know how to work together as units. Because if they get opened up, they're not proper in their positional sense, then Salzburg could win. Salzburg could very much win. Whenever you play away from the crib, the most important thing, apart from trying to keep the ball and using the ball intelligently, is your defense has to be proper. Your defense has to be ordered, because if your defense is all over the place and you're getting cut open, that will raise the confidence of the opposing team who are at their crib. Eventually, the momentum will tell, and then you will start conceding G's, which is what Liverpool do not want. They don't want to concede an LG, because an LG can be a second, a third, and fourth. Before you know it, it's all over. So Salzburg, Haaland. This man. So look, man, he's the guy that people are talking about. People are talking about this dude. They're saying this is the man. This is the dude. This is the next Pele. This is the white. This is the Caucasian Pele. This is the white Pele. And yeah, Salzburg will be looking to him. They'll be looking to him to be the man to really try and get those G's, to really try and get them the goals that they need to go through. And look, man, if you're a goal scorer in form, because for me, this could very much be a one-season wonder. Whether it's a one-season wonder or not, this is his so-called big, massive season where all eyes are on him. And I do believe that once you have that confidence of you're on form, you're scoring goals, and you're just feeling that heat, these are the kinds of games where you can really show yourself. So for me, what would really impress me is if Haaland not only gets the goals in this game, but he gets the key goals in this game. Because if he gets a winning goal or he gets a brace or so that leads Salzburg through to defeat Liverpool and advance them, my God, his stock will rise and my respect for him will grow tenfold, 15-fold. It's not how many you score, it's when you score. But taking everything into account. I think Liverpool will get it done. I do think it will be a bit much more difficult game. I think Liverpool recognize the level of the opponent that they are facing based on just how that game at Anfield went and how it could almost have unraveled and gone. But I think Liverpool will be prepared for this. And I think for Liverpool, they are on this amazing winning run, specifically in the Premier League. And I do feel that for Jurgen, even if I know that their priority is the Premier League, it is a duty. I keep saying this to people. It is your duty to defend your Champions League title. It's your duty to defend your title. And I think for them to defend their title, they have to get this win, get this dub, then advance it to the next round. So with that being said, I do think we are in for a game. We are in for a game. And I think the reason why I like it is because there's pressure and it's at Salzburg's crib. So I'm going to say 3-2. I think it'll be the same. I think we're going to say 3-2. 3-2 to Liverpool. I think we're going to see some G's here. So 3-2 Liverpool. Get that win, man. Remember, guys, remember to subscribe if you're new. Remember to like that damn vid and check out the links in the description box below as well. And also check out the official website, harpofootballhot.com. Peace out, stay true, and watch my post-match analysis all throughout tomorrow evening. I'm out. It's your boy HH. Yeah, it's me. Become a Patreon. Support your boy HH, man, and gain access to extra flipping content, more analysis, more tactical snacks, more exclusive videos, movies, football stuff, flipping anime stuff, anything that comes to my mind, as well as my blog. Click in the description box below, click the link on the Patreon page, and become a Patreon right now. Stay real.